best here. We have on this stage in mere moments the hottest star coming up in country music right now. Amazing lady. She has already made history. Her album is triple platinum, winning all kinds of awards. She's blonde. I know you love her. Here is Taylor Swift. So many questions for you, so we're going to run through them as fast as we can to try to get to all of them.
Awesome.
LaDonna from Spartanburg, North Carolina, is there anything at all that you would change about yourself? You know how girls, we all look in the mirror and we don't like this and we don't like that.
Oh yeah, definitely. But everybody does that. And I think that when you come to the realization that everybody does that, that even the people that I consider flawless wake up. And I've read interviews of some of the most beautiful women who have insecurities. And you look at them and you're like, how do you name one thing wrong with yourself? And they could name a handful. And I don't really want to be that way. As much as I possibly could, I'd like to, try to maintain confidence and try to stay okay with who I am because, I don't really want to change it. Everybody has insecurities. Everybody. But hopefully, you can overcome those.
This young lady did something that...
Thank you.
Taylor did something that really terrorizes most women. Not only did she go out in public without any makeup, you did a magazine shoot for People without makeup. She's one of People's 50 most beautiful. She's on the list. You made a statement by doing your most beautiful photo without any makeup.
Thank you. Thank you for saying that. They approached me about it, and they gave me the option. They were like, well, you can pose with makeup like everybody else, or you can be in this really small group of people who's just not going to wear any makeup. And literally, when I say no makeup, I came in and I had no makeup on, and they were like, okay, you have to scrub your face in front of us, and we have to document it. And I was like, oh, really? So absolutely, negative makeup, still, red from scrubbing my face kind of deal. And they were like, yeah. So they videotaped me in front of a sink washing my face. And then I went out and did the photo shoot. So it was literally, no makeup at all. And it felt so good to be able to do that and just kind of, it wasn't about how the picture turned out for me. I really could have cared less how the picture turned out. But it was more about the fact that I have makeup on in almost every single photo shoot, and I think that that's okay, and makeup can be an art expression and stuff like that, but I have a lot of little girls that I'm absolutely so thankful listen to my music, and I wanted them to know that it's okay not to wear makeup.
My microphone went away.
Check.
Wait a minute. Now it's back. I don't even know that man.
You do now. While we're fixing the mic pack, and when it comes back on, all right, we'll get it clapping. We'll go. Our song is a flame of screen doors, taking alley shots on your window. Somewhere on the phone, and you talk really slow. 'Cause it's late, and your mama don't know. Our song is a way you laugh. The first statement I didn't consider.
Amen, asking God to see.
it with Taylor. You can just tell everybody.
Yes.
Oh,
Here, can we get you over here?
boy.
Natalie, it's so good to meet you. Natalie, say hi to everybody. Everybody say hi, Natalie.
Lisa is here from Roebling, New Jersey. Speaking of home, what do you miss most from home when you're on tour?
I think that the thing that I miss the most, and it's kind of interesting, being alone. I'm pretty independent by nature, and when I'm on the road, I'm never alone. I always have somebody with me. I've either got a security guard with me, or I've got my tour manager with me, and my mom travels with me, or I've got a million people around me all the time. And I think when I go home, my favorite thing to do is just drive, or just, have a second of alone time. So I think that's the thing that I miss the most.
That is so interesting you say this, because you are just so excited and passionate about everything that is happening to you. You just seem on high speed all the time because of so much happening. I wondered if it's easy or difficult for you to be alone. So you just answered that question. That is, it's really is maybe it's sort of just a release for you.
Yeah, I mean, and I love people. I never have a point where I get sick of people. There's never going to be that moment where, that's obnoxious and annoying to me, because I'm so lucky to be able to do this. But like every once in a while, I don't need much of it, but just a little bit of alone time is always good, I think, for anybody.
Well, we're not going to let you be alone today.
Good, thank you.
We're all over you today. Marnie from the great state of California. It looks like Marnie. Since becoming a star, has your relationship with your parents changed or gotten more complicated?
It's gotten stronger, honestly. I think that, my mom and I have always been really close, and she's always been the friend that was always there. There were times when in middle school and junior high I didn't have a lot of friends, but my mom was always my friend, always. And you can never forget those people who were always there for you from the beginning. And so my relationship with her has gotten even closer. My dad is like a kid in a candy store walking around at my concerts. He walks around with guitar picks in his pocket and gives them to people. And he sells T-shirts at the T-shirt booth.
Now that's a good dad.
Yeah, definitely. Very useful.
He's out there working it. Some just quick fun things here. Who was your first celebrity crush?
Oh, I think I was in love with all of the members of Hanson. And I thought I was going to marry the middle one because his name was Taylor, too. So I thought that would be, And I recently met him and his wife a few weeks ago, and they're lovely people. And I was kind of like telling him that story, but trying not to creep him out at the same time. It's a fine line, so...
That's hilarious. Creep him out. What is something you've learned about life that you think every girl, like these little girls growing up, what do you think that girls should know?
She's so cute.
I know.
I just keep looking at her. I think that you learn so much, especially writing songs. One of the things that I've always tried to do is just stay within what I've lived and stay within what I know. I write songs about sophomore relationships because that's what I've experienced. And so I think you learn that you never stop learning. And that, right now, I know more than I knew last year, but I know nothing compared to what I'm going to know 10 years from now. So I think continuing to keep yourself in this zone where you're like, look, I have no idea where I'm going to be 5 years from now. Life is insane, and things happen that you never would have expected, case in point. Like, things happen that will blow your mind, and I think that keeping that in mind is something that is just something that I've learned. Everything changes.
And I love the way you stay excited about life. I love that part of you.
Thank you.
What's the most exciting performance you've ever seen by another star?
I think that Sugarland goes to this different way of thinking every time they perform on an award show. Whether they're,
There's always something.
I think they've got incredible minds, and the way that they try to think ahead of the curve is amazing. But whether they are, on moving walkways or whether they are falling back into a pit of nothing, I just think thinking about those things, that comes from the artist. When you see artists that branch out and have really cool ideas for performances on award shows, 99% of the time it comes from the artist. So Sugarland I really look up to.
Well, and back at you, girl, because Singing in the Rain... Everybody wants to know that after the song and the rain was coming down and you were drenched, the camera was on you like this, all right?
I didn't realize that at that point. That's why I looked so crazy.
So there was this look on your face, and was it the water? Was it the audience? What was that?
It was the fact that I looked to the front row and I saw George Strait stand up and clap. I dreamed about doing that performance since I was 10 years old. That's when I was drawing in class and thought up this performance and wrote it all down. So when it came time to put out Should Have Said No, I really wanted it to be a single because I wanted to do that performance on the ACM Awards. It all started in middle school, and I wanted to write a song that had the kind of beat to it, that had the kind of mood and angst that would be able to sing being drenched with water and stuff like that. And it has to fit musically and production-wise. It has to fit. So I wrote this song, and it ended up on the album. And a lot of people don't have fifth singles off their album. There's usually 1 or 2 or 3, possibly 4 if you're really lucky, not usually 5. So I was begging my record label. I was begging them to put it out. I was like, this isn't going to make any sense to you right now, but I need to sing underwater in the rain. So we need to put this out. And, it's doing really well, and I'm really excited that I got to do that. But yeah, the look on my face was because of George Strait.
So here's something that's kind of serious. Outside of music and all the fans and the performing, what makes you happy?
I curled up in my mom's bed last night, and I had all these episodes of Grey's Anatomy on my iPod that I hadn't watched yet. And I got this overwhelming happiness. I was like, do you want to have a marathon night? And she was like, okay. And I was like, yes! So, I don't know, stuff like that.
So what is the joy of Grey's Anatomy marathon?
Do you not watch it? When a CSI marathon's on, or Law and Order SVU, I am so happy.
Well, guess what? You make us so happy. Thank you for being here and being